Okay, that was easy to do, but now I've got to figure out how to brace a cement wall that's filled with doorways and window holes, and it's just a wall standing by itself. Okay, that's going to take a little bit of fun. Today's kind of breezy, which is a pretty good thing, because even with the breeze, it has that same feel as, you know, when you get in the car on a hot day and you left the air conditioning on and all of a sudden you get that blast of hot moving air? It's the same kind of thing. I'm not sure if you'll remember, but I put up a thing a while ago about "I'd be right back." There's also a t-shirt with that on it. And I was just outside and I saw a guy down the street who I know and have some business to do with, and he says, waves and says, "I'll be right back and I'll catch you in a few." I know that's not. It's been an hour. He hasn't come back. He's not coming back. Maybe he'll come back today, tomorrow, next week. I'd be right back. I'll see you when I see you. Okay, I'm sure you're probably wondering, does Hello eat it like this? No, Hello does not eat her kitty food like this. But the outdoor kitties, you would think the outdoor feral kitties would eat every bit morsel of whatever they got. But they don't. When they crunch up the dry food, little bits fall out of their mouth. And once the bit falls on the floor, on the ground, they won't eat it. So I've taken to soaking it, because once it's soaked and gets moist, then they eat the whole thing. So there's no waste that way. I don't know. You would think if you were starving, you would eat every single bit. Oh yeah, on another note, as most of you know, I drink coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. Usually at least a pot a day. Sometimes more, sometimes a little less. But I like that new study that came out the other day that said coffee drinkers who drink to, what was it, excess coffee or something like that, live longer. So at my rate, I should live to a very ripe old age. One of the things that I have to constantly do is move stuff between computers and hard drives and stuff like that. Usually my main computer has a 500 gigabit solid state drive, and I have to do that at least once a week. So I've also got an external storage about 20 terabits of space, and I just filled up another hard drive. So now I'm down to about, I think maybe 4, maybe 5 terabytes left, which means that probably I have to start thinking about getting another external hard drive so that I always have the space. Because otherwise the computer fills up, can't do anything with it. So this way I've got it all there. I don't have to worry, well, you always have to worry about it, but it's in another place, and I do use it because I do go back to those at times, and the way I file them is under the names. I have my own system, but I can go back into those drives and say, oh, I remember I took this, look it up, get what I need. And all of this is because of the amount of video that I do. Pictures themselves don't take up anywhere near the stuff. And then when you start getting into the 4K footage from the drones and stuff like that, it really takes up a lot of space. Still working on moving files. I'm almost there. Computer's almost cleaned out. Things moved around. Went to Amazon, ordered up another 6 terabit hard drive. So I should be good for at least a couple months. Well, I don't know what's up with today, but I already had a pot of coffee and I'm out, so I don't like being out. I like to have a supply on hand. So, time for a new pot. I should probably tell you, caffeine and all that stuff, after all these years, really doesn't have any effect on me. I just like the taste of coffee. I was at a party recently, and a person who's never had coffee, or very little, had coffee ice cream. And all of a sudden, a little while after, he was like, "That was real coffee in there. I can feel it." And everybody's like, "Well, yeah, it's coffee ice cream." And he was like, "I don't drink coffee." Oh, that is so weird. Coffee doesn't do that to me anymore. It would be nice, but I don't think it's going to happen. And we're back in business, and time for a little afternoon refueling. I should probably tell you, this next section is a little piece I did, or will be doing in the future, for the Eleuthera Bahamas site. But it's about building here in Eleuthera. So if that's something that interests you, you can look. If not, you can just fast forward through that. I thought we'd go through a little, just a hopefully quick, how to build, the process that goes on here in Eleuthera. So, building in Eleuthera, or construction process in Eleuthera. So you've already bought the property, you've got all that set, you're done with that part. The next thing you need to do is decide what you want. And, try to be realistic on the size, the rooms, everything else. Don't forget, construction here is more expensive than probably where you come from. So in that thought, make a basic plan, on a basic piece of paper, what the rooms, basic sizes, that kind of thing, best you can. And then once you've got that basically set, talk to a builder, or a bunch of builders really, because builders here are like builders everywhere. You need to do your research, find out who's good, who's not. Good builders aren't cheap. Bad builders are cheap. But you'll end up paying more on the cheap builder than you will if you just got the good builder to begin with. I can tell you that for a fact. One, from 30 years of doing it, or 30 plus years of doing it, and two, being here. So really do your research into who your builder is going to be. Get a price off that. Now, if that doesn't meet your budget, then redraw down to what you can so that you can build that within your budget and be happy. Once you've got that plan done, then you have to have it either drawn up or blueprints made, that kind of thing, from a Bahamian draftsman or a Bahamian architect. You can't use a US or other country architect or draftsman. It has to be done from somebody here, okay? Once that's done, then you can go to the planning board and have the okay given, pay your fees, all that kind of stuff. And you'll want to make sure that you get a contract with your builder, a written contract. Now, if you get a contract from somebody, a written contract from somebody who has a 1963 pickup truck and not much more, how much is that contract really going to be worth? Not a whole lot. So, beware. If it's a low price, it's probably too good to be true. So beware on those kind of things. Generally, like I said, prices here for construction are much higher. My experience is bottom end for like a finished property, septic, not landscaping and all that kind of stuff. But you're going to be looking at $250 as the sort of the bottom end of things, just so you know. Oh, hopefully that helps you if you decide you want to build, because the process is similar to the US, but you have to be just as aware as you do over there.
Ain't not gonna stress about you, ain't not gonna stress no more, 'cause it's all just blah blah. I don't worry about a thing, ain't not gonna stress about you, this shit just always rolls, and it's all just blah blah. I don't worry about a thing, I don't worry.
Yeah, getting ready to do a little barbecuing, and we've also had just a little bit of a rain shower. Nothing much. I don't think there's going to be much happening tonight. Not going fishing. Probably do some more work. Call it a day. Up early.